Hi everybody, it's Peter the Potter again. You're looking at my wonderful hands here. We're on to the second step of the wine goblet. We've just taken out 13 ounces, a little over 3/4 of a pound. We're patting it up. We're going to put it on our wheel head here, and we're going to get ready to throw the bell, or the glass part of this two-piece wine goblet. Center to clay. Okay, this is just a basic cup pull, so we'll just do this quickly. I always do this coning process, you know, just a small cone and then push the whole thing down with the heel of my hand right here. See, I'm using this part of the hand right here, just down here. And we're gonna just make it into a little small piece of clay. I'm gonna drop the hole. Get a little bit of air in there. I just work it up into the piece. Okay, we're gonna check the bottom, because I always check the bottom with a needle tool. Got about that much in the bottom. It's about a little fat. But remember, when you start to pull up, you're going to lose some of the bottom. So we're going to close up the hole again, smooth it out, and then we'll start to pull. Pushing in, 2 fingers, water inside out, start up. Same thing again, a little undercut, pull up. Now on these bells, since the bases are 6.5 inches, we're gonna reset the calibers here for 4 inches. Nice underpull cut, starting to form the shape of the bell. Do a little inside out here. And since I didn't have time to set up my little stick here, or we're just gonna take a standard ruler and just measure this. It's about a little over 4 inches, and that's fine. Okay, we're gonna clean this outside up a little bit here. Give it a little bit more shape to it, a little bit round at the bottom here, and then a little indentation, smoothing out the bell itself. And the width of the bell should be approximately the same width as the base, you know. That's the easiest way to get around that. We're going to, of course, turn this over later and put this on the Griffin grip, and we'll trim this to the right base size. And we take our leather strap on this one, and we're going to take the 2 fingers over on the top, 2 fingers on top, and just caress the rim lightly. Get it slightly round, and to find this last bit of this curve here on the shape, so you can look into this, into the mirror maybe, and see the final shape. I'm just going to tap this with the rib tool just for a second, just for to define the curve and smooth out the outside here. That top has a nice curve to give you that little bit of lift to your bell, or what I call the cup on the top of the wine goblet. Okay, we've strapped it, we've cleaned it. I'm going to get the water out from inside. And then we're going to take our trimming tool, which I showed you before. That's a nice kitchen knife with a flattened end. Somewhere around here we have another one of these that we've worn down to about this long. It only took 20 years to do that. So we're now going to undercut the bell a little bit, just not too much weight out of it. Just sort of semi get the shape going. And here, opposed to the other piece of this, the bottom piece, which we want to have it stay on the wheel head, what we're going to do on this one is we're going to end up undercutting it with a wire tool. I usually use a wire tool. Some folks use nylon. Nylon doesn't have any grooves in it like wire does. And sometimes when you do it with nylon, you'll get a flat bottom, and then it won't necessarily release from the wheel head. So I use a wire, and we twist our own wires here. Many years ago, I got a bunch of stuff that I was going to undercut, and I used to buy wires, and now I make a very, very, very thin wire that I use myself. It's quite thin, and it's braided. It's not braided, but it's rolled. I make them myself. So we're just going to put this underneath it. Cut this off the wheel head. So now we have the two pieces ready to go. This is the there again is the base, and this base will then get this on top. This is about a little bit over 4 inches here, just a hair over 4 inches, and of course this is 6.5 approximately. And then we'll let them dry up a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll do the construction of the piece. Pitter the Potter, Maggie Valley, and I'll try to not stutter so much the next time.